Alright, good morning guys. Woo! A little bit earlier this morning. Got the potatoes done. What are we on? Day 26 I think it is today. And yeah, we managed to get the roof done yesterday. Everybody open this, yes. So this morning it was very nice to walk in to a nicely stained roof. Let's have a look at what it looks like. Grab me roof. Not even put the lights on properly. Tell you what, I'll put the lights on. Okay. So, please let me know what you think. A little bit funny like that, but when the light's like this, should be fine. Everything should be fine on this one. So, I've just put the light into the bathroom so that I can see what I'm doing today, because I'm going to focus on the bathroom. We've got another coat of the oil to go onto this, so I don't want to be putting any raw wood in here that's going to be getting painted, an actual paint rather than an oil. So, got bathroom fan wired up. That's really loud and annoying. Not great. And then I've got my light in. Going for the bright light in the bathroom. That should make it nice, bright, clean looking, even though it won't be clean. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to crack on with that. Okay, so you don't have to do this to every piece, but this is just describing that very first piece. I want to get it right up against the wall and make sure that there's none of this white trim left over. The only problem with using such thin cladding, this is only 5mm thick cladding. It's like very thin. You don't get away with much. So if you end up with a big gap and you think, oh, my cladding will cover that, with this stuff, it really won't. So you have to do a relatively good job, otherwise you're just going to end up with a very thick bead of silicone everywhere. It might end up like that, yeah. So I'll just show you exactly what I mean by that. So if we look over here, now we don't have anything more than a 5mm gap at the wall. Obviously this needs pinning up still, but you could probably get it even closer than that. But that should be with the board going up to that or running across from that. You don't end up with this white lip or the board falling on your head. So that's ready for sticking up. I best go and get some sticker flex, so that's what I'm going to use on this. Sticker flex, I swear by it. Not sponsored by anything, but yeah, sticker flex is definitely a good one. Also going to actually get some little tiny pins on this groove here. I'll put a pin in that just to make sure that it's real secure. Alright guys, so I am all the way down on one wall, as you can see. I've done the ceiling, and obviously the light is cut out, this is cut out. I won't be screwing that in until I silicone it all up. You can see that there's a bit of a gap in here, that's correct. There'll be a tube that goes up to connect the two together, that's just fine. And this tiny little gap at the bottom here, I'll leave that out until the shower tray goes in. I'll put the shower tray in and then I'll do a final one all the way around, and I should have enough because I've got 2 boards left, full boards, and what it actually works out at for this shower, which is why it's just a tiny little bit shorter than a full meter, is if I do one side, another side, another side, and another side, that says exactly a full board. So that's why you've probably seen every cut at the moment is into a new board. That's because if I'm doing another side now, that will be one cut off each board again, if you understand. And the leftovers will be used, one at the bottom all the way around, and then to trim this off inside here, and that'll get some corner trim around it. And in the edges it'll all get grey siliconed up. So the next thing is probably going to be me doing inside here. It's done as well. Bead of silicone straight up there will sort that out. One thing I have messed up with is this top corner. Now the reason is I didn't cut enough off the top of this board to allow for the slant in the roof. Now that's going to just have to be a big bead of silicone. Unfortunately, I know that's not ideal, but it will be okay. It will be okay. Talking of the shelf anyway. So I have this shelf here. It does have a lot of support on it in other places, but the middle doesn't have that much support on it. I won't be putting that much up here other than bedding, I wouldn't have thought, so it doesn't need to be too heavy, but I've just taken most of the flex out by putting 4 or 5 screws down here before I put the cladding on. This parcel shelf cannot be removed without this wall coming off anyway, so that's not an issue. The other thing is that there will be a strip going across here which will give it even more support anyway. So I just thought I'd give you that update, and now I'm going to crack on with filling this wall out. I have finished the plastic cladding for now. Let's see if we can put this light back on. Yep. So we have got all the wall done here, all the way around. Not happy about these corners, but so be it. It is what it is. And then I've put these shelf parts in. Also, I probably should have gone over the top with these. I should have overlapped an extra 5mm, but it doesn't matter because there's trim going on it anyway. So there we are. I did actually very nearly forget to pick it back up. I've just drilled a hole in the floor. That is where the shower waste will be going. So I was just checking with the jigsaw, and it doesn't look like I'll be able to jigsaw it from the inside, so this could be interesting. Work out how to do this. I don't really want to stitch drill it, and I don't really want to be underneath with the jigsaw, so we'll have a go with the jigsaw, see what happens. If it don't cut through and it jumps, we'll have to stitch drill it, I think. But I'm going to set you up in there and see what happens. Okay, also I've found a batten running across the floor here. So where these screws are, there's batten running underneath, and as soon as you get into that, bit of a nightmare to be honest, because this jigsaw is not cutting all the way through. So I'll have to put another hole in it, drill it the other way, and Right, so now I've ended up with a bit of an ugly hole in here, but it should be big enough to fit the waste in. As you can see, you come across strange little challenges along the way, but that was a good little way of getting it out. It looks like I'm going to have to go underneath and jigsaw this out. We have got a hole. I'm not sure if it's round. It's definitely not round. It's probably the worst cut hole in the world. I'm surprised I even showed you that, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to adjust it a little bit. I've just cut the hole out the wood in the top. I'll have to go back down and do the underneath again. It's getting late, so I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible, but I will quickly show you. Like that, but I'll have to cut an extra little notch out just for the actual fitting. Alright, so even though we're in a built-up area, I've finally annoyed some neighbours. I was using the jigsaw underneath the van and it's quite loud, and then I was inside the van pretty late. The sun is literally about, well, I think the sun's actually gone down. It's gone 9 o'clock anyway. I'm not going to be able to put the shower tray down. I think I'll have to wait till the morning. Basically, this is where I'm at. That space is to put the 90-degree on, and then I'll do something with it. Actually fits really nice. It's quite tight in there, but I want to trial run putting the tray in before I actually stick it all in, and I have sort of tried it and I know it's going to need some little more adjustments. I don't want to slide the tray all the way in because now I've added 5mm cladding on either side. It is really tight to get in. It will go in, but once it's in, it's in. Get out with its light on, alright. All the finishing bits will come together all at once, I'm sure. And what do we think? Colour died down a little bit. It's going to get another coat on there. I actually like it. I do like it. Well, it's my dad. He says pea colour. I thought, oh god. I hope not. Anyway, I'm signing off. Let me know what you think about the roof. Cheerio, guys. Good morning. Day. No idea. So, a little bit of a late start to go out and get water wastes. The waste that I had did work, but it had a funny angle on it. Sorry for the filming there, guys. Opening the van up. So, we had this, and the waste trap that came with it was a 45-degree, and I needed 90-degree. Apparently, it's next day delivery on everything for a 90-degree that goes into these, so I came up with a slightly different plan. Put that onto there like that, and that is going to be the waste out. So it keeps it as short as possible. To get the shower tray in, I took a couple of screws off this to kick it over, and then we could get it in nice and easy. I actually had it in and out about 3 or 4 times before I finally exploded the can of expanding foam underneath it. That's pretty much what I did. I just pierced a hole in it, chucked the whole lot under, chucked 50 kilo on the shower tray, and boy is the foam coming out, let me tell you. I've already wiped the excess away from here about 4 times, so maybe you don't need to put quite that much on. I'm gonna leave that to set. I can't do anything in there. That sticky expanding foam's awful if you get it on you, so I'll just leave that, come back to it later when it's set. I think the next thing that I'm going to be doing is the new solar charge controller on the very back edge of this, not inside the groove. Sorry, I'm just staring at my face here. On this groove here. So, unfortunately, the camera didn't survive all of that cut. Well, it did. The camera survived the cut, I think. Yep. Did the battery pack? Yep. Everything survived the cut, but the camera tried to fall down the hole halfway through, so I just threw it out the way.